Massive flooding and destruction swept the coastal city of Bahia Blanca early Friday morning, sparking the evacuation of families and newborns from a neonatal unit. Flooded hospitals, streets, and collapsing asphalt were the first consequences of a violent rainstorm that began lashing the city at around 3:40 a.m. local time. Authorities are yet to confirm if there are any casualties. According to reports, the storm dumped more than 270 millimeters of rain in just under 4 hours and left a large section of the coastal city, home to one of Argentina's main ports, and more than 350,000 people without electricity for hours. The storm flooded wards of the Hospital Interzonal General de Agudos Dr. Jose Penna, one of the city's key health providers, forcing an emergency evacuation of staff and patients, including newborns, as corridors filled up with water. Images on television showed nurses and medical staff carrying babies in their arms during the evacuation of the hospital's neonatal ward. Patients are being transferred from the Hospital Penna with the help of the army while the damage is still being assessed, the Buenos Aires Province government said in a statement. Municipal authorities did not report any casualties, but at least 40 households were evacuated, according to reports. A large part of the city is impassable. Until the peak rainfall lasts, only heavy machinery can be mobilized, the Bahia Blanca mayor's office said. The city is under a red alert from the Meteorological Service, which says the rain will continue without respite. Schools have canceled classes and public transport has been halted, with residents told to seek shelter. In view of the weather emergency, and in order to protect the safety of the residents, the municipality of Bahia Blanca has ordered a complete cessation of all activities until further notice, announced the mayor's office. Bahia Blanca has a sad history of climatic catastrophes. The last deadly one struck in December 2023 when a windstorm left 13 dead. Houses collapsed and caused great damage to infrastructure with multi-million-dollar losses. The authorities confirmed the death of a woman on a public road and did not rule out the possibility of more fatalities due to the magnitude of the climatic disaster. The official sources released a new report confirming the deaths of 5 more people. Public transport has been suspended throughout the district, and the municipality has asked the community to avoid leaving their homes. In addition, the airport is closed at least for the morning due to the flooding affecting the terminal and the runway. The situation, which is made even more dramatic by the forecast for continued heavy rainfall at least until mid-morning and an alert until the afternoon, also affects some neighboring towns. On Thursday evening, an orange alert had already been issued in view of the certainty of a storm front that was firmly approaching. The water currents that form on the streets take on a power rarely seen before and drag along vehicles, several of which ended up on the sidewalks. Dramatic footage from Marcos Munoz shows deep floodwaters dragging several cars down Florencio Sanchez Street. Much of the city is underwater after 7 hours of uninterrupted torrential rain, which undoubtedly places us facing a natural disaster, local officials said. The municipality confirmed that health services were affected by water leaks in the municipal hospital and other health centers, so some scheduled interventions were suspended and the hospitalized patients are being treated as best as possible. The latest report from the municipality states that the sustained rainfall is currently making most of the city's streets impassable. Directorate of Information and Monitoring of Alerts and Emergencies of the province of Buenos Aires has just reported that the storms will continue over our city for at least 2 more hours, with an estimated additional accumulation of between 50 and 100 millimeters of rain, the authorities said. Meanwhile, the Buenos Aires government reported that the Minister of Security, Javier Alonso, is traveling to the site, along with the Provincial Director of Emergency Coordination, the Head of Civil Defense Operations, and the Superintendent of Disaster Safety. The government of Axel Kicillof detailed that more than 40 specialized rescue and security personnel, 8 provincial civil defense agents, rescue personnel from the Argentine Federal Police have been transferred to the area, while they also highlighted the dispatch of 17 vans, 6 urban rescue boats, matrix drones for neighborhood recognition with high-definition cameras, and 2 helicopters. We asked the population to remain in their homes, and we reiterate that the municipality has ordered the absolute cessation of any type of activity until further notice. The Bahía Blanca Electric Service Company, EEDS, was asked to arrange preventive power cuts in different sectors of the city. Prime Minister of Defense of the Nation, Luis Petri, reported that at the request of President Javier Milei, he communicated with the mayor to coordinate actions on the ground and assured that the armed forces are already deployed in the area. Meanwhile, to assist families affected by the floods, several evacuation centers have been set up in different parts of the city. These are Calle Belen, Gimes 250, the Sansanina Club in General Daniel Cherry, the Natin Center in Villa Caracol, and the V Army Corps Division in Florida 1450. At the same time, public transport services have also been interrupted. The Union Tranviarios Automotor, UTA, decided to suspend passenger transport, buses and trains, as a preventive measure, given the risk posed by flooded streets and low visibility on the roads. The National Highway Authority reported that national routes 3, 33, 35, 22, 252, 249, and 229 are experiencing complications due to the heavy rains and storms affecting the region. For this reason, it is recommended not to travel on them until further notice. In order to protect the safety of users, they advised. For its part, the municipality of Coronel Rosales, neighboring Bahía Blanca, is also facing a critical situation after the storm that hit the region since dawn. According to municipal authorities, emergency lines have received more than 50 requests for help, which has mobilized local authorities to provide immediate assistance to those affected. According to the official statement, 2 key points were set up to house the evacuated people. One of them is the Punta Alta bus terminal, located at the intersection of Avellaneda and Luigi Streets. The other is the Virgin Nina Chapel, located on 25 de Mayo and Islas Orcadas. The citizens can contact the police through 911, civil defense by calling 103, the volunteer firefighters at 100, and the municipal hospital Eva Perón at 107. These lines are operational to respond to the needs of the community in this emergency context. The National Meteorological Service, SMN, has issued a red alert for the Pampas region and the southwest of the province of Buenos Aires as a result of the storm and heavy rains. Apart from Bahía Blanca and Coronel Rosales, the warning covers the regions of Coronel Dorigo, Monte Hermoso, and the coast of Villarino. The area will be affected by heavy rains and strong storms, accompanied by abundant rainfall in short periods, gusts of wind that could reach 90 kilometers per hour, occasional hail, and strong electrical activity. Accumulated precipitation exceeding 100 millimeters is expected, the SMN added. The municipality of Bahía Blanca reported this afternoon that although the rains had decreased, a new storm front is expected in the next few hours.